The remote clicked off and the living room fell silent. Celeste Everson had been sitting in her green velvet armchair, coffee cooling on the side table. The soft murmur of the evening news filling the house she had lived in for decades. The chair, the rug, the framed print on the wall, every inch of this space was hers. Or, at least, it used to be. Asterisk, I share new life stories here every day, and I would really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and liked my video. Now, let's jump back into my story. I'm sure you'll love it if you keep listening till the end and tell me from which part of the world you are watching this story. I am interested to know how far away this story traveled. Derek, her son-in-law, stood in front of the television with the remote still in his hand. He didn't look at her, just blocked the screen like she wasn't worth acknowledging. "Go to your room, old woman," he barked. "I've got the game on. The living room is mine now." The words landed heavier than a slap. Celeste slowly turned her head toward the kitchen doorway. Her daughter Lena stood there holding grocery bags, knuckles, white eyes lowered. Celeste waited for protest, for anger, for a simple sentence, "Don't talk to my mother like that." Nothing came. That silence told Celeste everything she needed to know. She rose without a word, her knees clicking as she stood. Derek had already sprawled on the couch, cracking open a soda, claiming the house with noise and arrogance. In his mind, Celeste was furniture useful, quiet, easily pushed aside. But Celeste had worked 35 years in the county recorder's office. She knew one truth better than most. Words fade, but documents endure. She went to her bedroom, opened the bottom drawer, and pulled out a leather pouch. Inside lay the diddled, yellowed, ironclad owner Celeste M. Everson. She didn't cry. She didn't argue. She took her keys and walked out the front door, locking it behind her with calm finality. A taxi carried her to the Grand Hyatt downtown. From the back seat, city lights flickered like possibilities she had forgotten existed. She dialed a number she hadn't called in years. "Andrew Sterling," the voice answered. "It's late. Is everything all right?" "No," Celeste said evenly. "But it's about to be." She explained the insult. The silence. The 4 years her daughter and son-in-law had lived in her home without a lease, without rent, without respect. "I want them evicted," she said. "Legally." There was a pause. "Then I'll prepare a notice to quit. 30 days. "Good," Celeste replied. "And I want it served tomorrow morning." She slept that night better than she had in years, not like a woman fleeing, but like one reclaiming control. Papers, power, and silence, morning came clean and sharp. Celeste signed the eviction papers at Andrew Sterling's office, every stroke of her pen steady. A junior associate, Roman Cruz, was dispatched to her house to serve the notice. Celeste stayed behind, sitting calmly in the reception area, waiting. Her phone rang. "Lena." "There's a man at the door," Lena cried. "Derek is screaming." "Mama, what's happening?" "Read the paper," Celeste said calmly. "And tell your husband I'm unavailable for yelling today." She ended the call. Then she did something Derek never expected. She turned off the money. Utilities in her name were suspended. The sports cable package disappeared. The internet went dark. The supplementary grocery card in Lena's wallet was frozen. At a quiet restaurant, Celeste ate lunch slowly. Her phone buzzed. Transaction declined. Basharwu Butcher Shop. Prime rebuy. She smiled. Lena found her later in the hotel lobby, frantic and exhausted, begging for things to go back to normal. "This isn't revenge," Celeste said gently. "This is order." She reminded her daughter of the truth, for years of free living should have meant savings. Instead, Derek had gambled everything away. "If your marriage depends on my house and my money," Celeste said softly, "then it's not a marriage. It's a hostage situation." Lena left shaken, but thinking. That night, Celeste bought herself a new outfit, a uniform. She called it calm, businesslike boundaries stitched into every seam. The living room was never yours. The conference room was cold. Derek entered, angry, rumpled, already defeated. Lena followed, eyes downcast. Andrew Sterling laid the documents neatly on the table. "You have 30 days, Celeste said calmly. "After that, eviction proceedings begin." Derek protested, ranted, threatened lawsuits. Celeste countered every claim with facts, deeds, dates, bank statements. Then she slid the final papers forward, proof of Derek's losses. Margin calls, debt. Nothing saved. Lena read them and broke. The truth finally spoke louder than Derek ever had. 30 days, Celeste repeated. No utilities, no cards, no exceptions. Derek slumped. Lena cried. Outside, Lena called her mother. I didn't get in his car, she whispered. I walked away. Good, Celeste said. That's how you start hearing yourself. The house breathes again on day 30. Celeste wasn't home. Roman handled the inventory. The keys were returned. The moving truck left. When Celeste walked back into her house, the silence wasn't empty, it was clean. She opened the windows, washed the floors, painted the walls peach, hung her pictures where she liked them. That evening, Lena knocked like a guest. I rented a studio, she said. Filed for divorce. I pay my own bills now. Celeste poured tea. Later, neighbors came with questions about wills, deeds, boundaries. Celeste shared what she had learned. A timely no saves more than 1,000 forced yeses. That night, she sat in her green armchair, remote in hand. She turned the volume up exactly 1 notch. Enough. The house was hers again. And so was her voice. Thanks for watching till end. Please like and subscribe my channel. I will be very thankful to you. Sometimes life takes turns we never expect. Every person in this story carried their own pain, their own choices, and their own consequences. Maybe you saw yourself in one of them more. Maybe it reminded you of someone you once knew. What do you think happened next? What would you have done if you were in their place? If you have any questions about what happened to the other characters, or if you want me to share more about them, just comment below. I read every message you leave, and your thoughts truly mean a lot to me. And if this story touched your heart, inspired you, or even made you think differently, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me keep sharing stories that move people, open minds, and remind us we're all human. At the end of the day, your support keeps these stories alive. Thank you for watching, for feeling, and for being part of this journey. More powerful stories are coming soon. Stay tuned and stay kind.